Hello beautiful people, Wayne Hackman here, aka Whackstar, and in this video we're going to talk about an onboard compressor and air tank that could help you get out of trouble when you need to inflate a tyre or maybe even dust down something that's really dusty. Let's have a look. So those of you who know, this is my Nissan Patrol, and over a huge amount of time I've been upgrading this vehicle slowly to be even more capable than it is off-road. And so to date we've put in solar, we've put in an awning, we've made sure we've got good high lift jack, electrics and draw system in the back. But under the bonnet here I found some space that I can use to put in a small compressor and tank. So I'm going to just show you what I've done to install it and maybe inspire you to do something similar yourself. So I'm going to open up the bonnet now and we'll have a look what I've done. So why have I done this? Well, I haven't got any air suspension. However, there's been a few times where I've hit a puncture and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if I had the ability to just inflate quickly without having to get everything out? And so what I've done in here, and I don't know if you can just see it, is just here is a little air compressor and tank that I spent probably the best part of a day installing. So when I got the car, I noticed quite quickly that there was quite a large space here. And I'm pretty sure that this space has been left if you wanted to put an auxiliary battery in or a second battery. Now I've had some experiences of auxiliary batteries before, and to be honest, I much prefer to stick with the one battery system and have a jumper pack should I need it, because what I found was with the two systems they kind of drained each other when one battery started to fail. Now when I first got the car, this fuel water separator was mounted here, so I got a bracket fabricated so that I could move it over here. I need to shorten these fuel hoses at some point. And then what I found is that this little air tank and compressor actually fits rather neatly in here. Got a couple of strips of metal, attached it to the bottom of the compressor, and then matched up. There are already holes drilled through, which I'm pretty sure would have been used as a secondary auxiliary tray for another battery. And as you can see, it fits quite nicely. It's snugly in there. Now what's great about this air compressor is that not only does it have a little gauge, and you can see it's reasonably charged at the moment, but also the wiring, it comes as a little kit. So all you really need to do is wire it in, and there's a little pressure sensor here, so it will never overinflate. It will switch itself off. So in theory you could leave it connected to the battery all the time and it's ready to go. However, I did wire an auxiliary switch into the cabin, and let's have a look at the electrics right now. So I'm not going to lie to you, when I got this car the wiring was a little bit of a mess. There was a rear auxiliary plug for a caravan or a trailer. There was a whole load of other extra wiring here that was connected to an old alarm system. There's also the auxiliary front lighting here as well. And so the reason why this project probably took me a little longer than it would normally do is I wanted to sort the wiring out, because you know, if there's bad wiring there's always going to be a short, and if there's going to be a short, bad things are going to happen. Kenny always makes me laugh. When any wiring is taken place, it's just twisting wires together, sometimes not even with insulation tape. So I don't know if you can see this, I've bought some decent crimps that I can heat shrink, so if I ever do wade in water the electrics aren't going to get damaged. Now you can see here that this is a little fuse holder that goes through to a relay that I put in, and that relay then goes on to the pump and tank over there, with another small wire going into the cabin where I've put an additional switch so I can control that if I go away for a few days or a few months and the tank pressure drops down, the tank or the pump isn't going to keep coming on and then eventually wear down my battery. So let me show you where the switch is, and then I'll show you where I mounted the air port that I've got for it. I think I put it in an interesting place, and I'm quite pleased with it because it's hidden, so nobody would know it's there unless, of course, you go hunting for it or set it all up. So everything is heat shrinked, everything is ready to go. Let's go look at the switch. So here's the switch, very simple, on, off. It's on the off position at the moment because I'm not in the vehicle, and it's usually advisable to turn the compressor on when the engine is running because it is a high energy device. It will drain your battery quite quickly, but I wanted this switch here so I could just flick it. Now it's not doing anything at the moment because the tank is up to full pressure, but when you're ready to use the tank, well, let me show you where I have put the air outlet. If you look very carefully, there it is, and that is where the compression fit valve goes, where I can quick release any tools that I need. Now I can hear you crying at me, Wayne, isn't it going to get muddy? Well, I thought about that, and I'm actually going to get a little cap and put it on the end there so that it doesn't get muddy. But the great thing about it is it's up out of the way, so you wouldn't know what it is unless you were looking for it. Let's go and connect a tool to show you how easy it is to connect. Now the reason why I've gone for quick release is I used the remainder of the hose I got with it, and I got this little air thing. I'll just demonstrate to you very quickly how easy it is to connect. So you just push it up in the hole, lift the thing, and there we go, it's there, it's connected. And you can see we have compressed air ready to go. Now what I like about compressed air is that when you're out in the bush, your radiator gets dusty, your air filter gets dusty, so you can just whip it out and you've got yourself a powerful little air compression. Now the other cool thing about this is, now you can see I've switched the compressor on in the cab, so when it falls below pressure, you can see you can use it to do whatever it is you want to do, and then the compressor will just refill. Now another really useful little tool is this. I've got a 20-meter hose in the back of the car. I'm not going to get it now here, but you can see, here you go, just a very standard thing that you can use to tie to pump up the air in your tires. So now the compressor has refilled itself. I want to remove the tool. It's quite simple. I just lift, fires itself out, and there you go. The compressor is ready to use for its next adventure. So there you have it, everyone. A air compression system bought off Amazon for around $100 to $150. Add a few air tools, a relay and some wiring and a switch, and there you have it. An unused section of the engine bay now houses an electrical compressor that can use to clean things down with air or inflate things as and when you need it. And maybe one day I'll add an air horn as well, just to give the matatus around here a run for their money. Look, listen, I really appreciate you spending time and looking at my content. Please rate and subscribe, do all of the things that YouTubers do. I try to put regular content out every week, and you know, it means a lot to me when you hit a thumbs up, you subscribe to the channel, maybe even support me through all of the other platforms that I use as well. Take care, my friends. I look forward to bringing a new video to you very soon. Bye.